Hello guys, I'm back with another Dragonflight and Holy guide for you today. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna go through a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go through my macros, keybinds, add-ons, the rotation for the burst, and the new talents I came up with or found out or started playing after the buffs today for Unholy. If you don't know, Unholy got buffed today. So I swapped my build from Unholy Assault to Commander, and this is the current build I'm starting to play. So I will go over it, and I will also go over my PvP talents and when I swap them, the stats, priority, and try showcase some like DK weaknesses, DK strength, and when to play and what to do stuff, etc, etc. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys love this one. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna go over the build I started playing with the DK buffs today. I swapped from my Unholy Assault build to this new build I started playing. This relies heavily on dot and pet damage, and this is the main strategy, is to get as much dots out and as much pets out as we can, and then buff it with Commander of the Dead. Of course, you have Plague Bringer, which is gonna make your dots blast more. You have Super Strain, you have Morbidity, you have Ghoulish Frenzy. This is one of the builds I started playing today, and it's insane. I tried it in the games, it's pumping. It's definitely my favorite build for today, but I'm going to show you guys this one. This is one of the builds, and the other one would be dropping these two and going for Unholy Pact, Reaping, or Sudden Doom. This is one of the builds you can also play. This is just like a little bit more burst, but less long sustained damage, because you're losing damage buffs here. This one is up almost all the time, so you're losing 6% from this if you play this one. So I prefer the other one for sure, where you get the Morbidity and Ghoulish Frenzy. Here I swap sometimes Sacrificial Pact to Improved, or that way. My talents here don't change much. This is one of my builds, and that build utilizes Commander. So the main concept is you start by building up your stacks. You get your pets out. You have so many pets right now. You summon your gargoyle and you start pumping gargoyle with death coils. You charge it up. Now you have so many pets. They all will be attacking. At the end of that, you use your dark transformation to empower all the pets together. They all empowered the commander now, even the little ghouls. Even the magus, everything is empowered. That's the rotation. After that, of course, you want to sneak in your Unholy Blight in between. Your limp as well in between. You want to use those two abilities like right before this or right after this. And then you have the ultimate burst with that build. And you just rinse and repeat. You want to try to keep Coil of the Station up for more morbidity damage, and then reapply diseases. You keep it up, reapply diseases. You want to watch your necrotic wounds, keep them up as well. You get 4 into 6. Boom, boom, boom. That's the main concept of this build. One of the other builds I would play or was playing is this one. This is the build I used to play before the DK buffs. It still works. I think this build is not bad, but you don't rely on Commander, you rely on Unholy Assault, and you don't need to really like save your Dark Transformation for the end of the burst. So this is one of the options as well if you don't like Commander. But there's so many builds I've tested. The last two is definitely my top 2 for now, with the tweaks to this one that I told you about. You can play this side, or you can play those two, or you can even drop this and play Unholy Rot. It's all good choices, but I found out that this is my favorite for now. But I will keep you guys posted with the future builds or new builds I discover or play. I will definitely keep you guys posted with like little short guides that comes up after this one. So when it comes to PvP talents, Life and Death is something I never really play. Low value, same with Simulacrum. You can cheese games with it, you can be cheeky for a game or two, but not really. Necrotic Wounds, standard, you never change this. This is one of the talents we never change. Now here, you have choices of Necrotic Aura, Raise a Bomb, Strangulate. This is the 3 or 4 choices with Spell Warden. So Spell Warden, Strangulate, Raise a Bomb, Necrotic Aura. You can play a Bomb, Spell Warden, which is the standard against casters, or you can play like Necrotic Aura, Strang. But with Commander, it makes sense that you play a Bomb more, and you try to play like this, or like this, or like this. That's what I would change, like swap in between those 3, depends how you feel the matchup is going. Like, if I feel like I'm going for an all-in burst, I would play more Strangulate. If I'm going for like a long game, I want to survive, I want to rely on my teammates killing or CCing, I would play Spell Warden. I can even do something like different like this, but I will lose a lot of damage because of Commander. It's not really a lot, but you will lose some damage. Necrotic Aura as well, all works. Depends what classes you play. This is how you play against and you play with. This is how you decide what you want to change between those two. But Necrotic Wounds you want to keep up all the time. And this is when it comes to the PvP talents. Doom Burst, you can play a build with it, with Sudden Doom and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's crazy right now. Other than that, you don't play Rotten with her anyway. Yeah, I think we covered that. There's not much more to that. Alright, when it comes to the stats and the gear, my main stats is Mastery. I try to get Mastery on most of my pieces. Mastery, Mastery, Mastery. I'm forced to play Haste Shoulders because I got it from the Vault. Mastery. We get the Crafted Helmet, Crafted Boots, Mastery, Haste, Mastery, Mastery, Haste. And you have the weapon with Mastery, of course. You don't want to buy the crit weapon. I like Insignia more because it's just, my build is based on big pressure, so it doesn't matter when I have my proc, but if I want to go for a Nolan, I could swap it to Badge. The stats would be Versatility, number 1, of course Strength, Versatility, Mastery, Haste. Haste is not bad, so it's not a big deal if you have some haste, which I do. You can also play full haste build, which I also have like the gear for, but I don't really play it as much now with this build. I used to play it with the other one. Other than that, DK buffs feels good. Today they buffed DK and it does feel much better than yesterday. So definitely you're gonna be viable with the right comms, which is in twos. Honestly, you can play with any healer as DK. It's always been the case. DK just synergizes with healers in twos, so you don't really need to worry about which healer you play with. The best healers would be Evoker and Resto Druid, probably just best performing healers in general. This could be more aggressive playstyle. Holy would be like a bit more aggressive, you know. Resto Shaman, Purges, aggressive, but they all work out great. In threes, I like to play with a Demon Hunter or a Lock or a Warrior. I would say Warrior DK and Demon Hunter DK is gonna blast the most right now with this build, and the DK buffs just synergizes better with those classes than Lock and Windwalker as well. This is the 4 classes you can play with. You can add up some classes like Hunter and Feral, or like Assassination and Holy, but with this build I feel like you need like one of those classes, like Warrior DH. It just goes along, synergizes better, etc. When it comes to the DK weaknesses that I keep getting asked about on my stream sometimes, like how do I survive a Fury Warrior or a Windwalker? Well, your best shot is kiting the damage. As DK right now, our biggest weakness is the Death Strike nerf, which makes it not healing much. It used to heal for like 100k, now it heals for 25k, and that's if you're lucky. This is outside the arena. In arena it's nerfed, so it's not healing at all. So right now our best shot is to kite the damage, and our best strategy is to kite the damage rather than trying to out heal it. That's how you want to approach surviving against melees, especially. So let's say a Windwalker comes, leg sweeps you. You want to trinket, death advance, run away, blind him and his images on the go is a good choice as well. Stun him, kite around the pillar. His CDs is over, you can play the game again, because he's mostly gonna one-shot you with CDs. Same with Warrior, utilize the chains, run around, kite around the pillar while coiling. You don't want to waste up time on damage. Keep coiling, slowing him, kiting him around. And that's how you want to, or you're able to survive physical. Physical is really rough on DK right now. It's the weakness we have. Magic, you have to play Spell Warden, and you can kite behind pillars, play damp, or you can play in, but right now mostly play in and try to heal, trade CDs proper, like AMS, like Zone, and like Icebound, of course. Icebound is something you want to use preemptively, like not when you're low against casters, because you're not waiting for a stun, you're using it for the damage reduction. You want to use it before you actually drop super low. So if you see big damage coming, press at high HP. Against casters, against like melees, you can Icebound the Windwalker stun, kite, or the Warrior stun, kite very quick before you drop, because we're very squishy. You're gonna drop pretty fast, for sure. My macros is pretty simple. I can go over them pretty quick. It's Death Grip, Pet Kick, chains on the target, stun on the target, focus, kick focus, gargoyle with empowers, Lichborn on self to heal. That's it. I have a cancel macro as well here, pet dismiss, and I have some macros to dismiss or cancel the hand of protection or Lichborn as well, which I will keep or link you guys in the description of this video. Other than that, we went over almost everything. Something I didn't go over is the rotation and the race. Right now, the best race you can play, I would say, is Iron Dwarf. I'm playing Orc still, because I don't think it's bad. But I think Iron Dwarf is just so good right now, because you die against Ferals and you die against Assassination Rogues, so it's good for the bleeds. You also get more damage from it, but Orc also has Blood Fury and Command, which is great as well. You get Pets damage, which is perfect for our build, and you have Blood Fury for more damage, and you have 5% stun reduction. It's not as big as it was, but it still gives you 5%. Iron Dwarf would be number 1. Human Orc Troll would be number 2. That's how I would rate the race, or the race you can play, or the best race you can play to get your rank 1, your gladiator, etc. I know a lot of people love races, or love swapping races a lot to get this little advantage. So when it comes to my keybinds, honestly, I get asked about my keybinds, but I feel like keybinds is something personal. So you can see all of them here. You can choose some of them if you find them comfortable for you, but I think you should not restrict yourself to like my keybinds. Like, try to play what's comfortable for you, what's gonna make you, you know, perform, blast, and what's going with your muscle memory, etc. Like, just making you more comfortable overall. Alright guys, and when it comes to my add-ons, I'm gonna show you what I play with. Big debuffs. Classic numbers is something I don't usually play with, but I'm testing it out. Damage meter to see the details of the damage, analyze the games, analyze what's happening sometimes, test out my talents, etc. Enhance rate frames, Griffin Remover, Omni CC, Omni CD, and S Arena, the updated version for Dragonflight, Weak Aura, Reflex, Deadly Boss Mode, and that's all my add-ons. I think that wraps it up, guys. I think that we've covered everything. Rotation, macros, keybinds, gameplay with the the new talent build, best race, compositions for 2s and 3s, talents and PvP talents, stats, and I think that's everything. I'm gonna add a link for my spec in the chat if you like to try it, if you want to play it, if you want to tweak something to it, but you will find a link to copy it in the description of the video. You will also find a link for my macros and a link for my UI. If you like my UI, I get asked about it sometimes. You will have all the links in the description of the video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helps out, and all love. Peace out. Peace out.